King Yella gets picked up again. They violated him. They said, no, you've been posting on social media. You got new music videos out. Yeah, he's a full-time rapper. That's what he does for a living. He got released from prison. Now he's making his content that makes him money to survive, to pay his bills, to pay his girlfriend's bills, to pay his baby's bills, all that. Like, what the fuck is this whole system? It's all a system. This is a corrupt system. And King Yell's not even black because one of the, I believe that, man, black people should be regulated, but Yella is calm. He's doing his work and he hasn't hurt nobody. He didn't go assault nobody, all that. And then I see people that are doing assaults and all that, and they're out and they're just running around the streets and all that. You got hard workers. I swear to God, the most honest people that'll talk to the police and turn themselves in or whatever, they lock those ones up. And then I was thinking, like, damn, what? They could just find King Yella? Like, man, your location is that easy to find? Man, that's one thing people need to stop doing is trusting the fucking police and the feds and all that. Like, you wouldn't tell no nigga on the street your government name and your address and all that. Why would you tell some random ass bitch that just went to school for 1 or 2 years, got her police foundations or whatever it is? Those people, and those people, I swear to God, are just, you should hear them talking behind the scenes. They're just like the normal people on the block that would have robbed you or killed you. And then you're updating them. I swear to God, the best times I've ever had in my life was when I never cooperated. Like went on the run or got warrants or whatever and never cooperated, never told them my address, wouldn't turn myself in, all that. That's been the best times of my life. No jail time, have the nicest stuff, don't really get messed with. Anytime they've known my address, anything like that, they come, they harass you, they fuck with you all the time, they take you to jail. They know exactly where you're at. They're just normal people, just like you and me. Or else, why would you have to keep updating their address? I swear to God, you don't update your address, they won't be able to find you really. Like, man, but free King Yella. Jeez, that was a big thing. I get on, I'm like, okay, what's King Yella up to today? You know? Because I know he's out. He just got out and he's working. He released music videos. He's been working. Like for a while, he got out, I don't know, a while back now. He's even in the halfway house. The halfway houses and shit. Like, man. Okay, look at how much papers he got when he was in. He was in there for 3.5 years already. Okay, and then he gets released, and then just because he's working, like, and then they try to act like, oh, they don't know King Yella. He ain't a real rap. No, nigga, I just seen a TuneCore receipt. He got $25,000 in his TuneCore. Okay, this guy is making money. It's like, man, they just ducked on these guys. Killed FBG Duck, and then it's all a corrupt system. They killed Duck. Now they're taking him to prison, and then they take the other ones to prison. Everybody loses. And Duck, man, Duck's just a hard worker. The thing is, it's like sometimes all these cool images that we want to portray. Like Duck's image was that he's a big black guy. You can't step on him. Like he's from this and that, but that's not the thing. It's like that's all Duck's image was. Okay, it was like I'm Big Duck. Like you ain't gonna like step on me, but I'm not a bad guy either. Really, was what his image was. But some of this stuff looked demonic or scary to some people, and then that's how they label him, even though that was just like his cool imagery that he wanted to create. Right? That's all he's doing. That's all this is. It's like imagery, like artist Photoshop, kind of like that's all it was, like a movie or something. And then just because his movie or whatever, it's like his movie wants to be the cool guy in the movie. Man, in real life, he's just like this, like nerd guy, just like anybody, just normal person. But this is how he has to make money. There's no other way. Don't get me wrong. If you let him do anything, they might get out of hand. But honestly, King Yell is a bitch anyway. Like he don't do much anyway. Like anytime I seen him, he's been turning himself in, going back to the Fed. He loves prison. Like this nigga ain't a runner. Like I never seen this nigga go on the run. Prods fucking this nigga could have skipped Chicago or whatever. Went to some other state, went to New York. Like if I was King Yell, I would have went up to New York, went to Mexico, went to Canada, went to fucking Europe or something, went to a different state and all that. He's never done that. It's always been in like, put the cuffs on, I'm going to do my time. Like, man, that's some bullshit how they do people like that. Turn yourself in. Like these niggas ain't tough. Why are you turning yourself into some stinky bitch in a uniform or some guy in a uniform that thinks he's fucking tough and shit? Then they're fucking behind your back. Oh, I'm the one that did this to this guy and did that to this guy, and they think they're this and that and shit. Man, man, that's whatever. All right, free King Yella, back in the fucking feds or the state or wherever the fuck he is. All right, but that's how they did Yella, man, and they're probably gonna keep him in there for a while on that violation. Then he's gonna come out and do social media and shit all because that's what he does. That's what everyone's doing. Like, it's all just a system to set up and a system to fuck everybody. And then the wealthiest of the wealthy just sit there and laugh. It comes down to who's got the guns, like the 223 rifles and the equipment. And then once you're on the top of the equipment and shit, you can do whatever you want. You can violate any law you want, really. You just command your police officers. That's all it is. It's like the Nazis. It's like the SS. All the way up. I talked to them. I personally called the police every single time. It's some fucking hierarchy Nazi shit. It doesn't got anything to do with any real laws being violated. Oh, that person's my cousin, so no, they don't get charged. Oh, you had a problem with this person and I like that person sexually, you're charged. And then all the real criminals are just getting away, eating food, and you're going to prison. They imprison you into the concentration camps. Concentration camps was just an English word that they used to label the Nazi regime once. But really, they're all over. The United States has many concentration camps. You can do some research. The United States was comparable. Actually, they were best friends with the Nazis in the beginning. And then when it got outed that they were like, they had some bad publicity put on them, the United States was like, screw them, we're going to just like screw them over. And that's basically what the U.S. did to Germany. Screwed them right over. Well, they actually, Germany started invading other territories. Like, I think one of the worst one was Russia. I think it pissed a lot of people off because Russia was a huge country, is or whatever. They tried to invade Russia or whatever, and that's when it all went downhill. United States was like, okay, we're turning on them. It was almost like, okay, you're friends with people. Oh, and your neighbor, he's up to no good, right? Uh, and you hear about your neighbor up to no good. There's Obama. He's here. Oh, Donald's bringing a lady back or whatever, right? But then you hear, oh, the lady didn't come back. Well, that's Donald, right? He's more important. But then it happened a million times, and then he ended up touching Obama's daughter. Donald touched Obama's daughter or whatever, and that's the type of shit. And then Obama turned on Donald, and basically that's the type of shit that happened with the United States, I think. And it's just some greedy game. They've seen that Germany was in war with all these other countries, so they went and took advantage of them on D-Day. They're like, okay, now's the time to hit them, and they just went over and took them. They had a lot of great technology, a lot of great medicines, a lot of great everything. Went over there and just struck them while they could, even though they're a great society. The United States should have backed up Adolf. Now look at what it is. Because your choice, because of their choice to to go attack Germany, now the United States is like filled with black people, horrible crime. The world is like this fucking black person and Arabic person world. We're being oppressed. The Germans, the English, anybody that's of this white race is now oppressed. And then we got some wealthy whites, and they have to hide in their apartment or their house because the streets are littered with these horrible people that they should have been eradicated from the get go. But see, they didn't agree with Germany at the time, and then they go and they invade